Gruff, disappointing night on the scoreboard up in Neath last Friday, but what are the thoughts now you've had a chance to pick the bones out of the performance?
Yeah, I think it is disappointing when you just look at the scoreline alone, and mixed feelings really, because I'm a bit frustrated looking at it, that there was some similar lessons to the senior group had when we played Saracens in August, around the same structures and the same failings, which is a credit to Saracens, but also makes you sometimes wonder about our adaptability and the way we've perhaps got to learn quicker on and off the field perhaps, but that's part of this process, and I think we've got to accept that, especially with the group we've got now. It's perhaps a little bit thinner, a little bit rawer in some aspects of it, but that's exciting as well, and we've got a duty to shape that in a certain way as coaches. We've got to accelerate the process with a lot of these players around some of the tight exchanges where we learnt a few lessons, but also around the tactical ebb and flow of the game, where clearly they're 9 and 10 influenced it in such a positive, heavy duty way for the Saracens pack to actually put the pressure on us. Conversely, we couldn't do that.
There was quite a big winning margin in the end, but on a positive note, our line never really looked like being threatened, yet the 1 or 2 chances of the match seemed to go our way. I suppose that's a positive, but it's really about taking chances when they come.
It is, yeah, and there's an excitement around the group, which I think you could see, in our defensive structures when we didn't have the ball. You could see, a sort of enthusiasm that ran through the team, and that was pleasing. But also, yeah, just a realisation that there's probably only 1 or 2 half chances. We clawed our way back to 6-all and had chances, didn't take them, and then put ourselves back under pressure in that third quarter, and then they just went away from us. So there is, fine margins around this game. So these young players coming into it have got to know the preparation that goes into it first and foremost. And there's repeat learning that's got to take place more often than not around these sort of things, but again, you've got to get to a point where at some point the players have got to learn, and I think we want to see more around this game this weekend against the Dragons, where the sort of dynamic of the game is slightly different, but the physical challenge will be just the same, and tactically there'll probably be the same questions asked of our team on the weekend.
And what kind of reaction are you seeing so far in training from the boys?
Yeah, training, to be fair, they're magnificent. As I said, sometimes their over-enthusiasm leads to 1 or 2 fundamentals dropping down at certain points, and that's where, as I said, you've got to bang home the repeat learning and understand how players learn as well. So it's getting to know the players as well and what their traits and habits are in terms of the training environment, who and how they can learn off others, and how they respond to certain things. So people see the end product on a Friday night, and as I said, the result was disappointing, but the learning that goes into that point and the review that comes after it is crucial. And the amount of time these young guys coming in, 4 young props, 3 young second rows, host of back rowers and a mix in the backs, learning off people like Chris Gibbs, Steve Tandy banging the drum about the standards we set around the Ospreys. It's so valuable for these players. As I said, they've just got to capitalise on that and try and accelerate it as quick as they can, and those that do will get the chance at senior level.
As a young coach yourself, who could be argued cut your teeth in regional rugby in the LV Cup, you're a big fan of the tournament and the development aspect.
Yeah, I think it's crucial. I think it's the Welsh game is at a strange area where you've got a Premiership rugby structure, which I'm a big supporter of. But I think we're obviously seeing the need where the elite game is getting stronger and stronger, and we've got to keep underpinning that. And within that comes the development of players we've spoke about, but coaches as well. So people who are with groups full time understand what it takes, not just in terms of the tactical, but knowing your player, knowing the learning that goes on around the player, and managing conditioning staff, analysts. This is all part of the package around the pro game. As I said, I've had some valuable experience in the past, still learning around those areas, but things that we've got to keep driving to our development staff and create a structure that actually works best, which the LV can sort of help at the moment, but can we support it even further?
And the other big thing with the LV, with the Ospreys, the chance to hit the road at the Gnoll last weekend in the Brewery Field this Friday night. Great experiences for everyone to enjoy who's involved with the Ospreys.
Yeah, I think, again, valuable for us as a region going out to the clubs. As I said, we're massive supporters of our community game and our Premiership clubs, so it gives them extra gloss and exposure. But more importantly, we're going to the heart of supporters in the region, and they identify with their local clubs, but the Ospreys as well, and that's crucial to us to tap into all avenues of support, and so people can see a product that they identify with and players that they can respond to as well.
And finally, Pro Rugby Wales. 4 regions coming together today, Cardiff Park, for a unique press opportunity ahead of 2 Welsh derbies at the weekend. It's good to see everybody working together for the good of the Welsh game.
Yeah, definitely. You can see, it's good to spend time with fellow coaches, so seeing some of the young players coming through, the personalities. It just all feels, really integrated, and it's a perfect opportunity. And we are going to see, 2 hard-fought derbies on Friday night, with a lot of young talent coming through. I think we underestimate the game in Wales. It's brittle on occasions, but we've got a duty to these boys to make them the best they can be. So there's structural issues there, but we're integrating as well as we can.